Hi, my name is Amber and welcome back to my channel, Amber Eats Books. I'm here today to start a new series of videos, and this series I'd like to call Checked Out. I've decided that I'm going to go to the library probably once a quarter or so and check out some books from the library and share those books with you. Now, my hope is that I will get to all of these books. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but I'm definitely going into it with a lot of hope and a lot of wanting to get to all of these books. It'll just depend on how busy I get and when they're due back and how many renewals I have and things like that. But anyway, let's get into it. The first book I checked out was The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. Now, you guys can see this is a mass market paperback. I was not happy when this came in from another library because I hate reading books in this size, but I already have it, so I'll probably give it a go anyway. I was not as in love with the first book in this series as everyone else was. I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't like head over heels, I need the next book, kind of in love with it. So I'm happy to get to this one, but it's probably not on the top of my priority list as far as all of these books go. The next book that I checked out is actually a middle grade graphic novel, and that is Amulet by Sazu Kibushi. I hope I said that right. I really wanted my youngest daughter, Brooke, to read this. However, she doesn't seem too interested, but I was like, I'll check it out anyway. I'll give it a quick read, and then hopefully I can get her into it because she really loves graphic novels right now, but she's really more into like the comedic kind of graphic novels and not so much like fantasy adventure kind of novels. So we will see. We'll give it a try. I will at least read it at some point this summer. The other book is another middle grade book. This is the third in a series, and this is Shadow House, No Way Out by Dan Plawacki. This is the third book in his series, and I'm absolutely loving these books. My youngest daughter loves how they look, though she hasn't read any of them, but eventually I want to buy and own them all because they're really fun to read. They just have this cool little creepy vibe that you kind of like get when you read like Goosebumps books, and I just have a lot of fun reading it, and the books themselves, the attention to detail is just so good. They're gorgeous. I love them. The next one is one that I've been dying to read for quite a while because it's been all over BookTube, and that is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Everyone that reads this, well, I won't say everyone, but the majority of people that read this really love this book, and I feel that I'm going to love it because a lot of people compare it to A Man Called Uva, and I adore that book. I adored the characters, and this is supposed to have the same sort of vibe, so I really hope it does. This will probably be the next book that I pick up after my current read. The next book I checked out was Hidden Sea by Gregory McGuire. Now, I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with this author. I really enjoyed Wicked when I read it, but a few of his other books that I read, I wasn't like a humongous fan of, but I still enjoyed them enough to want to continue on to read some of his works. So this one is about the Nutcracker, and I just love the cover. I think his covers get me like every single time, and I just want to fall in love with the story. So hopefully I'll like this. If you've read this, let me know what you thought because I want to read it so badly, and I want to like love it so badly. I just don't know if I will, but it is only a 14-day loan, so this will have to be prioritized if it is something that I really want to get to. The next book that I checked out is one that I've been waiting for forever, and that is Before the Devil Breaks You by Libba Bray. I have wanted to read this one for months and months and months, and finally it came in at my library, and I was so excited. I read the first two books in her the Diviner's trilogy, and I was blown away by both of them, and I'm hoping to be blown away by this one. So let me know what you guys thought if you read this one as well. Another book that I'm excited to get to, but kind of like sad at the same time, is Dragonhaven by Robin Hobb. This is book 2 in her, let me get this right, this is book 2 in the Rainwild Chronicles, which is a quartet, but it is the 4th series of books in her Realm of the Elderling series. So I'm really far into this world. I'm loving all of the characters. I devoured the book that came before this just I think it was like a month and a half ago I read this, and I was so excited for this to come in. I just had to get to it, but now I know like I'm getting so close to the end of these books, and I don't want them to end, so like I'm gonna try and savor this when I read it, but I'm really excited to continue on in this story. And another book that I don't know if I'll like or not, we'll see, is Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel. I listened to the first book on audiobook and I really loved the full cast narration. It was like more of really a performance than anything else because there's just dialogue. That's all this is. It's like a series of interviews between people and talking between people. So there was nothing else to kind of keep me hooked into the story. So this will be my first time reading it in print, the second book in print, and I just hope that it compares well to the first one because I'm consuming it in a different media. So hopefully I will like it just as much. The next book I checked out is another sequel because I'm trying to get through a ton of series that I've started. I just want to either continue on with them or DNF them for good. So I'm trying to get through as many as I can. That's why this haul has been quite a few sequels in series. But this one is one, I read the first book maybe 1.5 years, 2 years ago, something like that, and really enjoyed it. I just never got around to picking up the sequel, and that is Dark Asylum by E.S. Thompson. The first book was called Beloved Poison. It follows this character named Jim Flockhart, and I just really remember enjoying the first book. Though the details of it are kind of fuzzy. I'll have to look up the synopsis before I jump back into this one because I don't have time to reread the first one, but I want to kind of fully remember what happened in it so I can follow along in this book. And then the last book I checked out is one that I am so stinking excited for, and that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I have been wanting to read this ever since it came out. Everyone and their mother is talking about it here on BookTube. Everyone seems to really enjoy it. So I'm so excited to finally be able to get to this. So this one is definitely high up on the priority list. So those are all the books that I currently have checked out. I'm really excited to get to all of them. Please, if you have read any of these, let me know so I know how to prioritize them going forward. Anyway, I hope you have a great week and happy reading.